Okay, I still haven't figured out how to do my Christmas decorations yet in the background, so you're just seeing like the top of my tree here, but I promise it's cute. Like, it's a really cute tree. I just don't know how to get it in the background yet because this like shelf for this window, because this is a window behind me, is not deep enough. Hi guys, so yesterday NF dropped a new song and music video, and I came home from work and found out about it. I honestly was not motivated or driven to listen to it or do anything with it at that time. I'm filming this video because I know everybody wants to see it, but also because I am excited to hear some new NF music. I didn't expect it this soon. But with tour starting next year, I figured he would drop a single or something before tour to have a new song to perform. I did see a few things about this on Twitter already. I've seen some screenshots and stuff, and I've seen some people's like input and perspective on some things. It's called Paid My Dues, and there's a music video and everything for it, so you guys know the drill. The music video will be up here for you guys. We're gonna give it a listen and a watch. This is so dark. I literally, wait, relax, because I can't even see what's going on. Okay. This is like making my stomach hurt. That was, oh my god, that made me think about SpongeBob with the teddy bears. Oh, no. I don't like that. Oh, that makes me so sick. I'm just trying to catch everything that's happening. And I heard about that, or I saw that. Lost? With the smile. Okay. Okay, alright, listen. Number 5 on trending, 1.9 million. Mind you guys, when I came home from work yesterday, this video had like 726,000 views. And when I woke up at like 8 a.m. to let the dog out, it had like 1.2. And then when I clicked on it, it said 1.8. And now it's 1.9. So that's crazy. As always, with artists that like I feel like I've kind of watched grow. I remember when he was going to be coming to the House of Blues in Cleveland, which is a super small venue. Not the smallest venue in Cleveland, but one of the smaller venues. And I wanted to go, but of course, you know, I knew my mom would not be interested in that music, so I didn't really have anybody to go with me. I didn't really go to shows with friends or anything. It was always my mom. Now, to have seen him open for Bobby was huge. I feel like a lot of people kind of like brush that off or like overlook it or have mixed opinions on it, but I thought that it was great. I was really happy for him, and I don't think that it was like a bad thing at all, and he was touring and going to these bigger venues, and then to see him at Jacob's Pavilion, which is like one of the little like middle-sized venues, you're like getting higher up there, and like just to see that growth and see him selling out shows and see the fans growing and seeing him on the radio or hearing him on the radio and stuff, I'm really happy for him. With all of that comes, of course, a lot of exposure and being in the media and being in the public eye, essentially. You're not really just under the radar. You're not like these people's like little secret anymore. You have music critics listening to you, watching you, judging you, and critiquing you on what you're doing with your career. And I know that people have an issue with music critics. I am 100% not a music critic. I know people think that I'm a music critic when in reality, I'm just a fan and I'm just showing my support. I'm exposing these artists and I'm sharing what they're doing with other people in hopes that other people will connect with it too. I'm not a reviewer. I mean, I can review and like pick apart things, but in the end, I'm just a fan. I don't think like a music critic, and a lot of people have issues with music critics, or a lot of people rely on music critics, and I feel like that's where we have this barrier, because these artists that are getting exposed to this are obviously being overwhelmed and they're letting it get to them. And I mean, who wouldn't? When I first started on YouTube, and I made a few videos and I got a bunch of feedback, like a bunch of negative feedback on certain videos. And I was in that point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to make YouTube videos, or I have to do my YouTube videos a certain way, or like, why do they care so much? Like, just don't watch the video. Like, I went through all those phases in my mind. And to see him let this out is very similar to what Bobby went through not too long ago, where he was like, well, I don't really go on Twitter anymore because if you reply to somebody and say this, then you've got all these other people that are mad you didn't reply to them, and it's hard to interact with people anymore because everybody thinks it's a competition and like all this stuff. And it's tragic. It's tragic. And I really feel like he's addressing it now. He's letting out his emotions. He's putting it out there how he feels. I saw this on Twitter. I don't remember who tweeted this, but they posted like the picture of like the album being lifted out of the toilet. Form or doubt in his mind that his newest album was not good, or something was wrong with it, or he just didn't think that it was the best that it could be. He threw it in the toilet. And then you have, of course, the person holding it out of the toilet wearing the white sleeve, very similar to the fans that were in the other music videos where they were wearing the white suits and like handing the balloon to them and stuff. So it's the fans saying that like it's good enough, like we like it, we appreciate it. So you've got to set that barrier when you're making music to realize that like as long as you like it and as long as you're happy with it and it's ready to be put out and released, do it. And then if people are gonna shit on it or trash on it or whatever, let them do that too. It's whatever. But if you're satisfied with it, don't let other people warp your opinion. This is why I don't like to do reactions to videos or music and like be on Twitter and see everybody praising it and saying how good it is, because then I feel this pressure that I have to like it, that I have to think that it's good, and I have to brag about how good it is to you guys to feel like a good person. So I just try not to be on Twitter when new stuff comes out and try not to let things warp my opinion, because it's so easy. And by seeing Nate talk about how like the critics were trashing on his stuff and yada yada, and then what was the end result? He believed that his album was not good enough, so he threw it in the literal trash, like the toilet. It's crazy. I don't know if this really makes any sense. I don't know if you guys really care about this, but I think it's important for artists to be talking out more about how they receive their feedback and how they feel about critics. But I also don't think, and he's not doing this, but I don't think it's fair to either say that like critics don't deserve their job, because there's a job out there for a reason, unfortunately, and it's, you know, it's what it's there for, I guess. I just like seeing the story that he put together with this video. I think it was very illustrative. I think that it put the message across really well. I think that the lyrics are telling a story. He's letting out his emotions, he's venting, and I feel like it's putting the bar higher for his next project. And I don't think it's a negative thing. I think it's a really positive thing. So I wish him all the best. If this is really affecting him, I hope that he takes some time to process and be himself and be happy and, you know, work on that self-acceptance again, because I know that he's had problems with that before. So I just want him to take some time if he needs to, but otherwise he can keep putting out stuff like this and keep venting and being real. Like it's called real music for a reason. So I'm really happy. I'm really proud of him. And I hope that you guys kind of enjoyed this little rant. I don't know if it really made sense or not, and it might not be what you're here for, but I love you guys, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace out, Girl Scouts.